listening to the Mark Bradford Alchemy for Life podcast.
Some updates for you. Hey there, some updates for you. One that just happened. So if you're listening to this on Sunday, the Sunday right after the 15th, which would make this the 16th, I guess, I just had my book signing yesterday. I'm recording this before the book signing, so I'm hoping it went well. And if you were there, I really appreciate it. So not only did you come by and say hi, but you also are listening to this. How cool are you? So thank you for that. I wanted to use this podcast as sort of a, the next day kind of thing, because since yesterday was the signing, I wanted to have today just be sort of a recouping of things, because I don't want to keep giving you a whole bunch of content when I just delivered a whole bunch of content to a bunch of people yesterday. I hope that makes sense. So what I wanted to do instead was make this much shorter for us and just give you some updates. The book signing was yesterday, the 15th. Currently right now, if in the month of June, it's the month for the CNC Book Club, which is a very large book club spread all over the earth actually. They're reviewing The Status Game 2, my second book. And I'm really excited about that and slightly nervous because at the end of the month, I will be doing a live stream of it with them, probably on Instagram, where I'll be answering questions. So if you are part of the book club or are reading the book or have read the book, you can jump in to the live stream. There will be a link to the book club on both the statusgame.com site and also in the article that goes along with this podcast. So you can do that. And it should be pretty cool. So if you have questions, this is your chance to really get questions answered. Yesterday was also a chance to get questions answered about Alchemy for Life, but this will be a chance for you to get questions answered about the Status Game 2, something you're not clear about, something that makes sense or doesn't make sense, or maybe even relay something that's happened to you in which you say, yep, that's exactly how it worked for me, Mark. So that could be kind of fun, and I welcome it. And again, you can join the book club if you want to and read along with them, and then you can get their newsletter and read additional books that they've done. I was literally just an hour ago on Mario Lanzarotti's Comeback Stories. It's a 30-minute series that he does in which people go through some pretty difficult times, and they talk about how they got through it and what they learned. It's something I don't talk about much, but I had some pretty difficult times years ago, and learned quite a bit, and it's really some of the things that had happened actually were the genesis for this. I mean, it was the beginning of this. It made me learn and actually think about balance. I'd never thought about balance in the way that I had to. And also, I had to learn about taking care of myself, kind of in the same metaphor of putting your mask on first on an airline before you put it on your kids. That never meant more to me and never made more sense until this happened to me. So I look forward to being on that, and you will see it soon. I'll certainly let you know that as well. And finally, I have begun work on the audiobook for Alchemy for Life. It's been brought to my attention by a very smart person that a lot of people like to listen to self-help and personal productivity books versus reading them. My book happens to have worksheets in the back, so it really behooves you to have the physical copy and fill out the worksheets. However, if you want to listen to just the meaty part of the book that doesn't contain those worksheets, then you can listen to the audiobook once it's done. I'll certainly make an announcement in that. It's hard to determine, but I'm saying in a month's time we should see that out. So I would predict by let's maybe even go with by the 4th of July. Who knows? So, but just to be safe, July 15th, I'm thinking the book. Oh, you know what? Let's back that up because there's a review process. I'm sorry. Let's say August 1st, hopefully, if I even have to set a date, is when that'll happen. I look forward to that. I've learned a lot about audiobooks also, so hopefully this is even a more polished version than the Status Game 2 audiobook, which is also available. And I think that should wrap it up. I wanted to keep this under 5 minutes as an update. So again, thank you if you came to the book signing. Thank you for listening to my podcast, and I want to thank you in advance for rating my podcast as well, if you want to do that. And we're coming up on 5 minutes, so I'm done. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Hey there, thanks for listening. You know I always appreciate your feedback, right? Well, here's your chance. You can connect with me on Instagram, via the Alchemy for Life site, or most other social media. If you like this podcast, you may love my new book, Alchemy for Life: Formulas for Success. The 239-page paperback is available on Amazon and everywhere else you get your books. All this info is available at Alchemy for Life. Thank you. See you next week.